Hello and welcome back. This is the third in our series of videos talking about high performance habits. Let me ask you this. Do you ever find yourself saying, I hate it when so-and-so does this, or I say that? Do you have a tendency to say, I'm really struggling right now, it's hard? Okay, these are examples of negative self-talk. And in the last 15 years, there have been some amazing breakthroughs in the science and research on the mind. Part of it is called neuroplasticity. And what it tells us is that we have the ability to rewire our brain, and we can change a single lane highway literally into a 4-lane freeway with how we talk to ourselves and how we reinforce positive mindset. Let me tell you my story about the word but. For a long time, I used the word but very frequently, more frequently than I realized. I would say, I agree with you, but, or I would say, yeah, you might be right, but. And as it was explained to me, this makes the other person feel that their point of view maybe wasn't appreciated. Maybe actually it wasn't heard, that it came across that I wasn't really listening. I was thinking about what I was going to say, which was all about what came after the word but. And I realized, one, when I became aware of how frequently I did it, and two, how it was very subtly disrespectful of the other individual. I learned that if I simply learned to use the word and, I built a bridge between what they were saying and perhaps a thought or two that I wanted to add to the conversation. Think about the word hate. When you say, I hate it, can you feel that emotion reverberate through your body? Do you sense that that word impacts you and emotionally where you are? Well, as I was learning the process of learning to choose my emotions, I also made the commitment that I would never use the word hate. I have just eliminated it, except for the sake of discussion, from my conversation. Period. There are so many other words you can use. I find it challenging when, okay? It's important, right, that we treat ourselves with respect and with compassion and with love. And the word hate has nowhere to play in that play. So what are some of the words that you would like to reframe? I have a whole chapter 11 in Be Happy Now, that talks simply about my experience with words and how they're important and why they're important. And if I stop using this word, then what are some alternatives I could use? I'd like to just give you one more example, and this is a very positive example. After one of my sessions, I said, I feel splendiferous. Yes, splendiferous is a real word. I have no idea where I first learned it. I think it was probably in high school. And now splendiferous is my word for my world. And I try to use it more and more to share the joy of what I see with others. Now let's move on and take on another topic of influence and persuasion. We cover influence and persuasion in a couple of different sessions in Certified High Performance Coaching. We cover it in some ways in energy, because it is about the energy and the positivity that you bring to your conversations. We cover it in psychology, which is really all about mindset. And we also cover it in two very specific sessions. One is called influence, and the other is persuasion mastery. In influence, we ease into this topic by talking about role models. And think about to yourself, who were your role models growing up? Who are your role models today? Or who are your role models and mentors in your professional career? And think about what a role model does. They teach us how to think. They challenge us, and they lead the way. Role models have incredible influence over our behaviors. And that really is a wonderful way to think about influence. And that is, who are you a role model for? What is it that you're role modeling for that person in terms of their behavior that would be better for them, where you could challenge them, and where you can show them how it can make a meaningful difference in their lives? We go deeper. We go into persuasion mastery. And we have a persuasion formula that is a beautiful graphic. It is clear, it is simple, and I'll share with you one of the key points. Persuasion mastery doesn't start with you and what you want. It starts with the other person. And it starts with you meeting them where they are. And strategizing, how do you engage that person? How do you get their emotions fired up? How do you bring your excitement? How do you help generate their excitement for what you could do together? It's a powerful session. And what we're doing is truly engaging the person in something and somewhere that's important to them, getting them to not buy in intellectually, but to buy in emotionally about how you and they could work together to do something absolutely brilliant. So we've covered a couple of points here very quickly. Thank you for staying with me on the journey, and we have so much more work we could be doing together. I hope you found these tips valuable, and I just want to recap here for a minute. You know, we started out talking about where you focus and how you focus is how you live your life, and that is why clarity is important. That is why writing a purpose statement, articulating your purpose, and sharing that statement with others is so incredibly important. We've learned that you can control your emotions, you can choose your words and your mindset, and you can be a role model. So are you ready for more? Do you want more? I invite you to join my free webinar, The 6 Secrets of High Performers. It's a free 1-hour webinar on Tuesday, April 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Please join me. I want to share with you in that hour the questions and the strategies that the world's most influential and highest achievers use to manage their emotions, to schedule their day, to persuade others, and to keep their passion and purpose alive. I know I can get you there faster, certainly faster than I got there myself, and I believe faster than you can get there going it alone. I want to help you get to your next level and feel the full engagement and the joy and the confidence that living from your best self brings to your day. So Thank you again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again on April 9th at 11 a.m. And I'll share the 6 secrets of high performers. Till then, have a splendiferous day.